And of course, 1, 2, 3, 4, go. Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depends on where you are watching this. Guys, my name is Emmanuel Adegbola, and of course, friends and some of my students call me Forex Apostle. Why? Because I'm a minister of the gospel and I love Forex trading. I trade Forex, and of course, I also coach others how to trade Forex. So please, guys, do me a favor. Just below this window, you will see more. Click on that. Then you can just share this on your Facebook. Uh, Feel free to do this. Let's help people, give back to community. So let me just appreciate some of you that you are here with me. I can see Mr. Olasco. Good to see you. Mr. Frank, good to see you. Tony, good to see you. Ade, Daniels, Lawal, how are you doing? I can see Jose, good to see you. So I activate some of you to be panelists. So if your line is noisy, you can mute. And if you want to talk, just enable it. And of course, there will be time for question and answer. Let me see more on the attendees. Okay, then I can see some of our friends on Facebook. So if you are connected with us on Facebook, I want to say thank you so much. A lot of information to share with you guys today, and I just want to be sure that we are good. So please, if you can hear my voice very clearly, can you just type 1? Either you're on Facebook or you're on Zoom here with me. Can you type 1? If you can, okay, good. Okay, good. Awesome. So let the party begin. I'm just going to share my screen, and we will keep it rolling. Okay, cool. Sure. Hold on a second. Zoom is messing with me here. I don't know what it's saying. Okay. Okay, guys, I'm trying to share my screen with us, and it's like it's giving me some trouble here. Let's see. Okay, cool. So we are here, and I guess we are cool to go. Can I see my screen? Please do me a favor. Just type 1 if you can see my screen. Again, if you can see my screen, either you're on Facebook or you are on. Okay, good. So let me put it on Zoom. Get rolling. Awesome. Let's bring this one down. Okay, I can see some noise right there. Okay, yeah, benefit from this. You come like this. Okay, guys, sorry that we apologize. We started a little bit late, just to kind of set resurrection, crypto's resurrection. When just ask me, so you mean crypto also can resurrect? I say yes. The cryptocurrencies are dead, and I'm here to tell you that hey, keep this rolling. But a little bit of housekeeping, formative session for the next 60 minutes, 90 minutes. Do yourself a huge favor, because I believe your time is very precious. On your Skype, shut down your Facebook Messenger distraction. If you want to take a bottle of water, just like mine, try and do that before any distraction. Okay, you don't want any of a disclaimer right here. Risk disclaimer. Okay, these are very risky, very volatile. So the educational purposes only. Okay, not investment. Investing involves huge risk. Okay, high degree of risk. That before. I'm not an investment advisor. No guarantee of any. I'm going to be millionaire tomorrow. And you put all your life savings into what I'm going to be sure with the money you cannot afford to lose. I think common sense tells us that. So I think I've moved too forward. Okay, so then I've got to share with you on this presentation. My name is the first time, or you are just hearing my voice for the very first time. Institute, and of course, I have other online. So that's why they call me Forex Apostle. Why? Because I trade Forex at the same time I'm a minister of the gospel. So what is CFI? What is Crypto Forex Institute? CFI is a help them thrive, in today's economy. We're not talking about years ago. We're not talking about economy of 30 years ago. We're talking about those that really want to thrive into global business at the same time. So we focus on practical skills, legitimate home-based business, and invest your profit. So that is basically just for the advantage of this lecture. I would like to know, you've heard about cryptocurrency before. You've heard about cryptocurrency. Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, good. So cryptocurrencies are just a scam. Is there anyone like that? If you either you're on Facebook or you're on this man, how many of you think this is just a waste of time? I mean, can you guys go ahead, put in to share your opinion why you think this? How many of you've heard of cryptocurrencies, but you don't just know how to go about it? You don't know how you can profit from going. You can just type one if you are on this side. Good. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. Yes, there are of people right now on the planet of Earth, and of course, people that are not even up to 1 billion. So the percent of people in this world, in this planet are talking about. So yes, I'm glad you are here, and I promise I will do my best to kind of currencies is the best investment anybody can venture into right now. Okay, just believe that this is what is working for me. This is based on my own investment advice in any way. So presentation number one is why now is the best time to invest, the best time to plant an Iroko tree, okay, was S time, is now, okay? So then the best time to plant that tree again is today, first bull run of cryptocurrency, especially X1, because you will not forgive yourself. And if you are a parent, possibly your wife will not forgive you. And if you're a wife, maybe your husband. And I'm going to be showing you why now is the best time to invest in highly profitable crypto assets. I'm going to be showing you how to make over 8,400. What that means. So it means that if you invest $1, that $1 could become $8,400 on the studies, based on the research, based on everything I'm going today is to see if we can, pull in everything within 60 minutes, and I will try my best. Test, okay? Top 3 hottest crypto assets. You should, really top 3 viable crypto assets. Every smart trader should. More than 80% of 2,000 plus don't need to exist. If you go to CoinMarketCap, you will see a bunch of crypto. I'm telling you, over 80% of them are not going to survive. Okay, some of them are just by some people like you that don't know what you are doing. Some of these projects will eventually die. Cryptocurrency, there's going to be regulation. Government is going to come in one way or the other. They're going to die. But does that mean that cryptocurrencies are going to fail? All of my mouth, and you can quote me anyway. Okay, why do you so much believe in cryptocurrency? It's not about cryptocurrencies. Many of you are on this call today. Black TV, black and white television. How many of you remember when we were using black and white? Or maybe everybody's new generation kids. When color TV was introduced, how many of you? Good. We started watching TV on our cell phone. That today you'll be watching television on. So let's go back again. How many of you remember when internet, but we didn't see the full manifestation of internet until 80 people that thought internet was rubbish. Today, they are lagging electricity. Another invention, water system toilet, GSM, and a bunch of that. This technology came forth to change human race, and the same thing internet did, the same thing that you can remember right now. It's more than what they've done. It was their job. Okay, this is not about prophecy. Somebody about me. It's about what is happening. All this. What kind of certificate are you getting? We are in an era whereby okay, so many people don't believe in blockchain. It's okay to believe in it. Okay, 30 years ago, how many of you are you? 30 years ago, how many of you had email? Okay, let me just I just want to take a look at people that are here. About 30 years ago, let me see your face. How many of you were using email? Let me see. About 30 years ago, how many of you had email address? Let me see. Maybe there are some people that had email address 30 years ago. Or maybe Bengalowo has an email address 30 years ago. You can share with us. I can see, hello, you are there. Welcome to the show. I see Daniel Awas. Okay, maybe Mr. Frank, you want to tell us, did you have an email address 30 years ago? Let me see, Frank. You there, right?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, a little bit. If you can increase your volume.
Okay. I think that sounds very, very weird. 30 years ago, that's how old am I?
No, it's possible. Maybe 30 years ago you had email address.
that is very far. You can just say maybe, let's say, you can even reduce it to 15 years ago. Let's just say
Okay, maybe
15
15
years
years
ago.
ago. Because I remember when I had my
20,
first email address,
15, 20 years ago.
I was actually in my, I think, second to the final class in college, and that was when I had my first email address. And I still remember how the guy, TJ, Tijani, yeah, TJ, you know, all of us will queue in computer lab. He was the one that opened most of us, our email address. Okay.
In
So,
fact, I could remember vividly.
Right?
I could remember vividly when I opened up my email. That was the year 2000.
Okay.
You know, somebody escorted me the year 2000. My first email, Yahoo Mail. That's the first time I opened email.
We see. That's 2000. That's 2000. Today, how many of you go to post office to post letters? Okay, thank you, Mr. Frank, for sharing. How many of you go to post office today to share? Or maybe Mr. Benga wants to share. Benga, hello, you there? Rob Benga, you there? You want to share?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. So when was the last time you went to post office to post letter?
It's like forever. You know,
forever, right? Everybody send emails, attachments, and everything before you know it get there, right?
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Cool. Mr. Tony, when was the last time you took a cab? Mr. Tony, you there, right? Or maybe Daniels want to share. When was the last time you took a cab? No more cab, no more taxing. Directly or indirectly now, Uber, Lyft, they are replacing taxing, right? They are replacing taxing. Airbnb is replacing hotel gradually, okay? And a lot of other technology. I don't just want to focus more on blockchain today. We'll do another training on that. But this is just to let some of you that still think all this is a scam, just to know that, you know, there are three sets of people in this planet. Some that make things happen, some that don't believe anything is happening, and some that just watch things happen. Okay? I mean, I will never forgive myself, and I've promised that it will never repeat itself again. You know, I knew when Bitcoin was $300. Okay, when Bitcoin was $300, I knew about it. When we used to do e-gold and all those stuff, and I just together with some other people thought, what is Bitcoin? What is Bitcoin? You know, and before you know it, I bought my first Bitcoin when Bitcoin was $1,720. That was when I bought my first Bitcoin. And of course, I'm going to be showing with us how everything, you know, it went as far as $20,000. And of course, it crashed. Yes, it's allowed to happen. I'm going to be sharing with us why all those happens and where we are and where we are going from here. Okay. So let's move on. Top 3 crypto assets that you need to invest in if you blockchain technology and the next crypto. I shared this with us. Let me just quickly show. We will all be on the same page, and of course we will all know the chart with us. This is my chart. Okay, this is this is Bitcoin. I just want to show you where we are today. Okay, this is where we are, $5,370 as I'm talking right now. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back to somewhere 2000. Let's go back to okay. Maybe that will wake some of us up. Okay, this 2010. This place at this point, okay, the price is $1.81 at this point right here. Then it moves to $1.86. Let me draw this line because I want you to, you know, just follow me. Okay, cool. So it moves from here. After that, it fell back. Okay. After that, it fell back to this place. Around this time, nobody knew about. We don't, because we just feel, oh, this is scam. This is game. It moves all the way to, let's see how much is this. It crashed back. Then from there, boom, all the way from here, it moves to $266. Then, of course, then after that, it's moved. I'm just trying to avoid, but just for you to see the progression, how it $266. Okay, it fell to Bitcoin fell to one something all the way here. Okay, that is $133. Then it moved dollars. You see that? Then, of course, after that, it crashed. We'll do a training about 5 cycles. That anytime this parabolic move, it crashed again, and of course crashed. And here it began to build up again. The last bull that we saw, it moved all the way from here, almost 20,000. This is 19,000 plus. Okay, I remember that. Okay, now it fell. This was December back. Okay, now take a look with my indicator. By the way, because some of you might be wondering, oh, what is this? So you can now the question will be, so what are you saying? Are you saying now that categorically, but with my indicator, if we can break through, if you please, all this resistance right here, if you can break through all this resistance, with all financial instruments, talk about NASDAQ, talk silver, any financial instrument at all, okay? When the highest high that it has, is go back to the trade that I have open right now. This is a Euro NZD. I mean, yeah, last week there was a news. It went up right here. After that, what's going to happen? It's going to come back down. After it come back down, what's going to happen? You see, life is more of ups and down, ups and down. What you are doing when you are down determines your up. What will happen when you go back? I'm not here to show you some of no. Am I saying that this is going to continue up? No, maybe repeat itself. That is why when you go to medical checkup at the hospital, they will ask for your father's name. They want to know most of the time that, oh, thank God for the blood of Jesus. But hey, I don't want to take you to Bible, but go and read about Moses. Get to promised land is because each Levite have anger problem. That same anger study. So let's continue. So from where we are is Facebook. You have something contrary and you want to say no, Emmanuel, I think you are wrong. Anyone, and I want to make sure that we are all on the same page. I don't want to just it's not how many sure that for some of you that sacrifice your time to be on this training today that you left with something, or someone does want to say, you know what, from what you just shared now, Emmanuel, I don't think that is right. I have a different opinion. Is there anyone like that? Anyone like that? All on the same page. So let's continue. So I'm going to continue from where I stop. Now, okay, the same thing goes for Ethereum. The same goes with and a lot of others. Okay, but I'm just going to be focusing on some of you that if you can just throw some money. Okay, I'm talking about money that you don't need tomorrow month. I'm talking about money that you don't need for your car note the next 1 year or 2 years, thereabout. If possible, for the next 2 years, you don't need this money, $1,000. And I'm not trying to exaggerate. The last high that we had, let me go back there, the page. let me bring one indicator. I'm going to bring one technical indicator that I use. I hope I have it right here. Okay, this is zigzag. Let me change the color. Let's use yellow, and let's increase the width a little bit. Like you can see. Now let's go back. Okay, but technical indicators, if it has, you see, it goes up, it comes back, it goes up, it comes from there. Take a look. Take a look from here to here up. We have spring. After what? Fall. After fall, we have what? Winter. Okay, the same thing, just like that. So go up. Okay, so let's continue. Are you guys enjoying this, or you think this is a waste of time? Encourage myself and anyone that's care to listen to me, okay, to set aside what I call the block V. Okay, block V. Time will not permit me to be taking you to the web, but when you go to CoinMarketCap, just type block V and go to their website, trends in the industry. They are building a platform that are V atoms, which stand for virtual atoms, and they are adding a graphical interface to the user experience that the world is used to. Okay, this is so cool. Oh, I'm going back up. Sorry. So that's the for the first time to provide a vivid experience, layers for the blockchain by taking you to some theoretical aspect of this. And you read more about them. But if you are one of the believers, then definitely this is one of them that you want to keep. The second one is what? Binance. Binance is just like when you're talking about any shares, any stock exchange. And if you want to trade stock in the United States, goes through New York Stock Exchange, just like Nigerian stock exchange, and to be more or less the second, if not the largest now. Okay, so when you go to Binance.com, they have become the world's largest crypto exchange in less than 2 years. The company started less than 3 years ago, and they have over 10 million users. Cryptocurrency that when you have it, when sent discount rate based on your transaction cost. So cryptocurrencies, we prefer to have the Binance coin. And of course, based on the law of demand and supply, when the demand is okay, and the cost will be higher. So that's most of us in the US, we have, for you to trade with Coinbase, you have to use their exchange platform again. But apart from US, over 90% of the world, they are about them. But Binance, because they have their own token, then common is being said, is being analyzed, and is being forecasted about cryptocurrency, about Bitcoin. Or as Bitcoin price goes up, definitely expect the price. Does that make sense to us? Does that make sense? I just want to be sure that I'm talking to people and you guys are following. Okay, for some of you that have been following what is happening, when the prices begins to fall, then if the price of Bitcoin is going up, the coin, as we call them, begin to go up. So do you believe in that theory, or you think it's not common? If you're on Facebook, feel free to leave your comment. I say, oh, BNB, that is Binance, okay, is a brilliant to their 10 million users. Now it's more than 10 million, but I just call it 10 discount. Okay, second, Binance uses 20, okay, it then bonds and all this. I don't want to take your Binance is the best buy right now. Okay, the third one, new decentralized exchange called Binance Chain. And once that happens, everyone having that demand will be high, and of course, the supply will be low. Okay, and the cost. Binance's decentralized exchange will dominate the sector in the market and fueling demand for BNB in the process. Fourth, in September, announced, that's actually September of last year, okay, around the world this year, which is 2019, and they started opening that. That is why also is going up, okay? So as the growth of Binance Coinbase, demand for BNB token is definitely increasing. And drink water. I want to see, do you guys, who has a question or something you want to share? You also have something you want to share, or you have a question you want to ask? Let me look at the people here.
Pastor Man.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, basically, whether we believe it or not, or whether we like it or not, the truth is that in no distant time, cryptocurrencies are going to take over the world in terms of finance. And the fiat money that we are used to, we give way because the world is going digital right now. Mm-hmm. You understand? So the earlier we get on board and know what we're doing with these currencies that have the potential of becoming, valuable in the future, the better for us. Instead of just sitting by and just watching. Yeah. For me, this is the best time to just take a look at the crypto market and identify the ones that have the potential of providing services, not just every junk that is the core market that has potential of becoming good in the future. A lot of them are just dumps. So what we do is to just find out time, look at them, scrutinize, find out what their white paper is, what they have on ground, what is their future plan. Then that would form your basis of venturing into buying them or not.
Absolutely. Thank you, Mr. Frank. Any other opinion? I can see Ben. You are connected. Eyes UK. You have anything to share based on what I've shared so far? If you are with me.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I'm fine, thank you, sir. I'm listening. Sorry, I missed the first point that you caught, though. I missed the first point that you mentioned.
Block V. The first coin is Block V. VEE. VEE. Just go to CoinMarketCap and type VEE or Block V. You see right there.
Okay, sir. I've just written that down. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I want to be all ears today and take in as much as possible.
Okay. I can see we have a lot of people also on Facebook. So if you have any contribution, just type it there. I will read it. I will read it loud. And so, any other contribution before we move on, or any questions so far? Okay. So I'm going to, because we have a lot to actually cover, and we still. From what I've shared, Binance is the second. If I show you, I have that on. But personally, like what I use I used to use portfolio was not, they start messing up. So I use Coin Tracker. I can keep track of them, I need to know, because some people still believe that, oh, this is dreaming, when it started. That's what people were saying when Uber, started. Now Uber started. Now Airbnb is taking over hotel. That's what people were saying when I say it was not possible. And now I've changed the world. And either you like it or yes, either you are spiritual or not, you have your opinion. But I want you to know that and they wake up one day and you just discover that, wow, where was I? Okay, so the wax, okay, the first reuse case for coin, that's what most people know. But wax is going to be another one that you just need to have blockchain projects that are going to enable true ownerships. You know, if you know how many billions of dollars, wax is going to be a blockchain technology, blockchain project, programs, and so on and so forth. So if you tell about a Bitcoin now, because there's no doubt about it, I don't care whatever anybody says. If it doesn't go up this year, I don't care. But I just know that one of these days, whatever happened to United States dollars, happened to any other currencies. Okay, of all the cryptocurrency, the altcoins, as we pass into. So wax is one of them that you know, one of the heaviest industry that you want to. But there's one big problem. You may have spent $100 on games. You know, if you stop playing the game, those are no longer a way of keeping track of everything. I'm not here to know that this is going to write yourself a huge favor by at least try to have $100 billion per year industry. So just think about that. It's going to cost. So you still think crypto is dead? Anybody on this course still think? Anybody? Well, nope, I don't think. It's just starting. Now, let me tell you why I believe it's just starting. The Bitcoin went as high as $20,000. Over 99.9% of the world portraying about 5 stages any financial instrument going through. Okay, you have the growth stage, you have the also you have the high volatile stage, new stage of it, which is what accumulation, which is, and I tell you guys, you don't want to miss out from the next round. It's Pharaoh prophecy, Pharaoh's dream in Egypt and Israel, how everything came together. I can take it and link it to what is happening, guys. Okay, coming in, hey, all these guys, I'm not looking to what I'm telling you, and just $100 that you set aside. Okay, so looking to invest in crypto, but don't know when or how. The time is seriously now. Why? When I was in Nigeria, I used to work in a bank. And the reason why I went to work, study how money moves in circulation. And then in Nigeria, I could see how banks will give us a phone call by Friday evening. Okay, so I know I want in my 12 years journey, okay, in cryptos, is that the time to invest for maximum return is when it is the least reasonable things to do in our church. Spiritual action is what to do spiritually. Okay, that doesn't make sense. Warren Buffett says, you zig when others are zigging. The same thing. Right now, you don't hear too much noise on CNB. It's not, in fact, most people don't even want a topic to discuss right now. Look at this graph. You see high, you buy low, right? You buy low, you sell high. So, it goes up, it comes down. And let me take us back there again, because connecting. This is it. Okay, let me zoom this. Look at where we are. Look at all this small aim down. And from my Forex experience, forget about it, that when you have this fall like this, it goes back up. And when it goes high of it, okay, I'm talking about Forex now, it goes, this is the longer one. Then we have the shorter one. The time we frame it to begin to show you the proof on how this is going right now. Okay, 10x of where we are right now. Let me show you what that means. I'm talking about 10x. The last price we have here, the last price we have in this place is 19,700. Okay, there's a 20,000. When expecting 10x, between 5 to 10x of Bitcoin that we're expecting. And of course, if our X is Bitcoin, when that happens, okay? Someone might doubt, someone might say, hey, right to your opinion, but this is what I've started. There is a guy, let me see if I can share with us right now on what I just shared with you. Is betting, okay, that 1 Bitcoin, that a time is coming, that a website, there's a website tracking how this is moving. That's the last place. Now, when you just look at where we are, look at where we are expecting it to be. Online, there are some videos, documentary that 1 Bitcoin will be equal to $1 million. Buy a whole house. Okay, just 1 Bitcoin. You could buy a whole house. Cathedral that burnt, that had a fire outbreak, the donation that they were raising, they allowed. So when you look at this, you can also zoom in. This we are expecting between 20 and somebody will say, yeah, if this is going to happen by now, it's supposed to have happened. It's okay. I mean, I'm not all opinion, but this is the last place we were. Look about, and this is where we are expecting this to go. The total is 21 million. 21 million. And just tell me what to feel, guys. Anyway, so let's. I'm going to pause a little bit again and Justin or any contribution. Anybody wants to share anything?
Hello, sir.
Yes, can you introduce your name, please, so that
Benjamin.
Okay,
Just for a novice about cryptocurrency, somebody who has no single idea and wants to invest in cryptocurrency.
Yes.
Where do you go and buy cryptocurrency? So let's say somebody is watching, they have absolutely no idea, but they finding what you're saying interesting and say, okay, you know what, I want to buy a coin. Where would they go to?
Yeah, there are different places you can go to buy coin, and I go deep like that on my training. I use different places. Number one, I use Binance. I use a Coinbase. There is a Bitquick. There are also some other platform, and that I will not be able to go through that process on this call because of the time. But number one of the place, you can even go to bitcoin.com. You can use your credit card to buy a coin there. Now, after you buy coin, another question will now be, how do you keep it? Where do you keep it? How do you keep it? So most of all these people have issue with it. In fact, personally, there are some challenges I have, even with some of the ICO I bought up to now. I still can't redeem my tokens. So, and that is the essence of training. That's the essence of training. Many people always think that, just look at the way I've spent 1 hour right now on this call. I plan to spend 1 hour with us. If I'm not doing this training, I will be doing other things. Even if I'm trading, I know how much I will make within 1 hour. So many people always think it's just all about what to make when we talk about trading. No, someone says if you think education is expensive, then try ignorance. You will know that ignorance is more expensive. I have a friend that lost close to $20,000 in crypto simply because he did not know what to do. He did not know how to keep the key. He lost everything. So all this, we go deep in Crypto Forex Institute. If you're a student, you have questions, you have access to me, you'll be able to ask questions. In fact, I do work with you. I can walk through it with you to make sure you buy your first coin. I have a guy in Dallas here. The guy lives in Forest Lane. He has been hearing about cryptocurrency, but he didn't even know how to go about it. And the guy drove down to my house last month. And of course, after we spoke, he signed up for my coaching program, one-on-one coaching program. And the third day, he bought his first coin. The guy was so excited. He was so excited. And I look forward for what that will lead to. There's one of my mommies here in Metroplex, Mami Akinkoye, last 2 years. This woman's almost 70 years old. She doesn't know how to go about all this. She invited me to her office, gave me a token, I set it up right there with her. Within 3 months, this woman made over $7,000 out of her investment. Now, this is it. As a trader, as an investor, you need to know when to get in and when to get out. Okay? Some people will watch this video now tomorrow. Say, oh yeah, no. Tomorrow might not be that ideal time. Today might be the ideal time. So ability to know when to go in, when to come out is what makes you. I used to invest in gold. I used to buy gold, the storage. I used to store my gold, one in New York. I used to use one in New York and one in Hong Kong. Around 2008, 2009, 2010, I was heavy in gold. And I'm talking about gold investment, raw gold, storing in storage. But when I saw what was happening, okay, of course, because I follow some other people. I don't say because I know what I've known and I've known it all. I'm still learning myself. So there are people that I follow and I look at what they do. Then President Trump was even one of the people I followed. He was not a president then, but I monitor everything he used to do. If you read his book, Art of Deal, you will know how this man think. All this one, everybody just criticizes him. Sometimes I just laugh, So, and of course, I sold all my gold, and I diverted it into another source of another investment. And of course, not quite after that time, the value of gold crashed now. So that's a different topic on its own. I don't know if I answer your question, Ben, but it goes beyond what I can just explain on this call. You need someone to to hold you, to show you, okay, how do you do this? It's okay. You can watch a YouTube video. There are a lot of all those YouTube videos, but when you have questions, you cannot ask them. When you are stranded, you cannot ask them. I don't know if that makes sense.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's like Frank wanted to say something.
Yeah, I want to just chip in something right now because, what he rightly asks that how can one get those coin and all that, first of all, getting the coin is one, then storage is another thing.
Yeah.
So you go on and check like the most used and secured online wallet, which I know is blockchain.
Yeah.
For now, so I think having your coin in blockchain is very key because it's very, very, very secured. Very, very secure. In short, as it is now, they started doing KYC.
Yeah,
on blockchain.
a lot of exchange platforms, they are doing KYC right now, and
Exactly.
one of the platform I recommend where you can keep your cryptocurrencies. I have a lot of them. One of them is Exodus. It's something that will be on your desktop. It can be on your desktop. And of course, I also encourage people that, okay, once you buy from exchange platform, don't leave your coin there because that exchange platform can be hacked. Your key is what you need, okay? And you see, these are different training on its own. How to buy your coin, how to keep your coin, how to prevent your coin from being hacked, and all those stuff. We'll be doing a lot of trainings also on all those areas. And for some of you that are interested in joining our coaching class, all these you have access to them. If like for example now, I can just go to my laptop now. I have my Exodus there. Exodus is right there. It's right there. I have another wallet. You just keep everything. In fact, some of them you keep on your paper. Okay. Let me see. Did somebody type a question here? Okay. Okay, good. Okay, I believe I've answered that. Okay, so let me just try to see if I can tidy up this. Actually, I know I will not use this thing.
Hello, sir.
Someone want to say something?
Hello. Yeah, Ima, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay, sorry. I just also want to add something with respect to
your voice is shaking. I don't know if it's my end.
Okay, can you hear now?
I don't know if others can hear you very clearly, but
okay.
from my end,
okay. What I want to say basically is,
shaking.
if you are, if you found out,
can you guys hear him clearly?
Okay.
I think it's
from my end.
Can you hear me?
So we can hear. I can hear. I don't know.
Can you hear him clearly?
Yes.
Okay.
You can hear him, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Okay. What I'm trying to say actually is, if you have identified the particular wallet you want to use, another thing you should also do is keep a constant check on that wallet, because sometimes they do upgrades too. They upgrade the sites and they just keep close watch on what they do on that site, because they too they need to they upgrade and do some maintenance on the site to ensure that what you store there is secured.
Yeah, right.
Then finally,
right.
you also what's it called? Just like a flash. That way you can also secure your coin from there. It has nothing to do with system. Just save it in the nano. It's just like a flash. Save it in there and remove it and store it somewhere else. That's like a backup. Thank you.
Absolutely. Yeah, thanks, guys. Let's move on. Okay, so as I've said, one of the things I've learned take a step when it is least up, considering that when it is not. In fact, even it is best time, okay, to dabble into this favor when the public has stopped talking about it, and when it's has been quoted since the 18th century streets, okay, when everything is crashing. Okay, that is the right time to buy. There are strategies to use. It can be a really hard thing to do because your mind is physically wired to try and prevent you from doing exactly. I was discussing with one of my friends in the neighborhood last week. So now he has preferred to study his Bible and walk you, and it will be achievable. Okay, so that he should do. Okay, but you don't put all your eggs on that. For example, I was teaching any coin. Okay, throughout last year, I did not hold any coin. I traded based on the stages I told us, based on the phases I told us, was the volatile stage. And the best way to invest now, I'm having some percentage of my assets while I trade with the remaining one. So what that means, and I follow the medium trend and I follow the long term, talking about the long term trend. And how do I define my last 2 years? I'm looking at the next 3 years. You You can, this is 2019. So 20 we will revisit today's training and we will compare the price of Bitcoin, Ripples, and some others that are in our circle. I have some of the assets that I'm follow. One of them is Mike Dillard. I follow these guys. When they sit, I sit, because they know what you got to leverage with ideas and knowledge of others. Okay, so I'll just go fast forward because of the. So no one actually knows when all this will happen based on the true belief in the technology long term at $1. Okay, right now they've lost someone, go beyond that. So if you are a believer and buy at 20,000, and let me tell you something, when we say Bitcoin is $5,000 to buy Bitcoin, I hope you know. How many of us don't know that? How many of us don't know that? Bitcoin right now is $5,300. I hope you know that's to buy Bitcoin. How many of you don't know that? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, sir. We could hear you.
Okay. So how many of you don't know that? Okay. I can see 3 people have $5,300 to buy Bitcoin. You can buy Bitcoin for $50 a day for $100. In the next 3 years, if all forecast, everything works, $1,000. That is over 9. I mean, if you invest $100, if we invest $100 right now on your investment, let me see who will get that first for us. You invest 100, and you get is that. Let's see. How many percent is that? 900%. Okay. If you get 100%, it means this becomes 200. So, and so on and so forth. So 100%. And this 1,000, I'm not talking about this $100. You don't need it. You know, the rest you can. This $100 you can care about it. In the next 1 year, 2 years, you can come here and say you want to take me for lunch because sense. Okay, cool. So let's move on. Let's move on. So if you could I'll buy at 5,000 shouldn't be a problem. And I've established that fact that you don't every 2 weeks when you get paid, if you are working, every 2 weeks when you get paid, set aside $50. There are so many apps that allow that. Okay, payment. You pay yourself first, $50. Some of you, you discover that you've had almost $1,000 Bitcoin or any of the out, because some of you, let's say Bitcoin is too, or you look at it as in what we are talking about. But let's say, okay, you want to do. Let me just Another is like a Ripple. XR, I think, let me check. Ripple is 30, let's just say 33 cents or 34 cents right now. 100 Ripple. That's how much? That is $34, right? That's $34. And you keep. Next 2 weeks, you buy 100. You keep. Right now, my Ripple, let me even check. My Ripple, I have 17,445 Ripple. You just buy and just keep. Just buy and just keep. I tell you what, Ripple that is 34 cents now was around $3. So if you buy right now at 35 cents, based on what I've told you guys, and it will surpass that place right now. Imagine if you have $1,000. If you have $1,000, how many Ripples can you buy right now? Let me see. Who is our mathematician who can get that for us? $1,000.
340.
How many?
340, sir.
300 and what?
And 40.
That would be 1,000 divided by 2,000. Around 2,940. Let me just around 2,940. But let's make it a round figure. Let's just write 3,000.
2,941. Yes, sir.
Is that?
2,941.
Okay. So let's make it round figure. So you do this at 0.30. Now, when it becomes $3,000, around that time you are talking about $30,000. All this, I'm not quoting figures. I'm just making you to see bigger picture there that's telling you that this is scam. Now they are selling Bitcoin. They are selling banks. Okay, secretly. Okay, last 2 years, Amazon registered 2 domains. Amazon they have their own coin right now that the million users of their the Kindle publisher sit down before the end of this year. Amazon might announce their all the banks. Okay, right now Amazon is trying to partner with JP Morgan. You know what that means? So if you congratulations. Okay, so show us so far. In order for our brains, to go against. So let's go back and take a look at what Bitcoin 10 years. Okay, the first during Bitcoin first $200, just as I showed us on the graph. Okay, they got to invest at that $5 then, and sold when it was $200. To invested then would have given you back $38,000 and $10,000. Many people have do you know what they spend it on? They spend it on electronics. They spend it on vacuum. I tell you, electronics you buy today, next 2 years, all of them will go.
Sorry, sir, what coin is this?
So Bitcoin.
It's Ben, sir.
Who's talking? Bitcoin then crashed, okay, from that value, it crashed from $200 to $70, just like 5% decline. So, you know, it goes back, let me transfer from here to $200, then it fell back to $70. So let's assume that you invested another $1,000 when it was 70, okay, and the price rose to 1,100. So imagine if you bought Bitcoin at 70. Are you seeing what means all this opportunity? Because I believe on those Sam Ballard and Tobias voices. They are scam, get real, get a good job. You know, they will tell you all those. Again, at the top, you would have made what was now worth 15,000, and every 10,000 worth one for 1.5. Okay, once again, the price then dropped from 1,001 to 210, about 80% decline. Then from there, we are still talking about 2 years bull run. Okay, within 5 years. Follow financial news. It's not common to have 2 bull runs. One financial cycle is always around 4 years. It's always around 4 years. Okay, this is where we are now. If you had the gut to buy, I know when it was $230 God, and it rose from $230 to $20,000. Yeah, that was 8,230 then. My Bitcoin that I bought, the 720. Okay, and of course I followed it till it got to that, began to sell. Yes, because it was time to sell. You 86,000. Every 10,000 invested then would have given you. Bull run was 38x gain. Okay, if you are showing you how this happened. Okay, from the previous low to the top. The second was 86x gain from the previous low to how much larger the bubbles have gotten during every bull run from peak to first big run. It then peaked at 1,001 when you can run, which was 5.5x increase. Now let's go to move this. Okay, from 1,001 peak increase, that is an average increase. Moving from 5.5x to 11x. The next one was 55x. Guys, today is April 22nd, 2019. I'm recording this, and every time we see a new bull run, the new high is average of high that we experienced was 20,000. The next high for analysis of what has happened in so many financial, like S&P, Dow, mention them. It things be equal. When Bitcoin pick up, we are not expecting back to that 20,000. Then it could form double top, come back. And guys, that means that if you bought Bitcoin right now, guys, you have orders. In fact, personally, I'm buying all share of gain also. Okay, so Bitcoin now around 5,000 thereabout. You are expecting 50. If that happens, every $1,000 invested today could turn to 55,000, and $10,000 could turn to 5. You don't need this money for the next 1 year, 2 years. This could be a life changer. Okay, principle, the same graphical points that I gave you. Okay, now let's look at block V. The last previous high was 33 cents. Let me try and show something right here. Come here, it's my pen. Okay, I was 33 cents. Right now, okay, there is every tendency that it will get over 8,400% of your investment. $2.76. Right now, what back to this, you are expecting over 7,000 return on your. By the time I did this slide was 1928. First I was this, and we're expecting it to. Okay, look at this. When I did this slide, less than this, and as I'm talking to us right now, I think Binance is around. Let me check. BNB. See, $24.35. So it has actually lost 35 cents, and we are just starting, guys. To a client, then this was where we are right now. Look at where we are right now. Okay, I'm begging you to wake up. 15 years ago, I listened to a pastor of massive wealth transfer. I key to it then. Of course, that's when I named my business Eden Riches LLC, and I started quoting the book of Isaiah and a lot of other stuff, both technology and the cryptocurrencies, because I was thinking, okay, this could be the other side. Now, guys, God is a God of second chance, and if I have to beg you to wake up. So let's continue. I've really over planned. Okay, but are you guys getting value from what I'm doing? Let me just be sure that I'm not talking to myself. Are we getting value from what I'm doing? Okay, cool. Okay, Ripple. The last Ripple right now around this 34 cents. You are expecting almost 1,000. It's the same thing. You know, you are expecting almost 740, and of course Dash. And I share everything free of charge like that, because at least from what we've gotten today, it is enough to even make you a millionaire. And I wish you best of luck with that. So he applied these gains accordingly. Okay, just those gains we're talking about multiplied by these guys. I don't know. Can you go back to the previous? It sounds so impossible to some that says about this time tomorrow there will be sound of abundance, you know, and they say it is not possible. And he replied them, he said, well, you will see it, but you will not eat from it. People you listen to, because when we are talking as a believer, as a Christian, I believe all things are possible. Around this time, to this opportunity for what is about ready to learn. Okay, let me just fast forward this. I'm going to fast forward the. Some of us that are interested, it is not mandatory. You can continue what 2 minutes. It's enough for you to, make job. I wish you best of luck. When everything happens, you can call me and take me out for a lunch. I'll be great. I want to take this to the next level. You want to, invite you to join my 6 months mentoring and coaching program. Okay, in Forex and crypto, about crypto without Forex, Forex without crypto. I just show you now with my software. I don't follow what CNBC or every other people or video on YouTube is saying, and the same thing I will show you that you'll be able to do. Coaching, guiding, and the mentoring. But because of time, I will not give them as chance to talk. So what will you be learning? You'll be learning about basics, exchanges, charts, and trading tools, how to do strategy. You'll be learning how to conduct fund market. Guys, we are just starting. It's just about to see countries going to be getting involved with cryptocurrencies, and you can't be doing what other people are, okay? And you have to choose someone. You're going to be learning how to use technical analysis to quantify price and determine future price and timing your execution. You don't buy what to do this, how to manage your risk. You don't put all your eggs to understand all of these, and these are all you guys. Forex trading like those in Wall Street. It will show you how to build your portfolio, how to build wealth, okay, leveraging with what I know. You go to how to recognize, a trend and seeing how to identify high probability trades, how and when to, especially when you are trading, okay? Now, I'm going to be talking about 6 more deeper into that, okay? You will learn how currency, you will learn when the market has the highest probability of good move. That some of you on this presentation, you're on a job, you have your job. I'm going to show you how to either invest or trade, how to recognize chart pattern, learn how to continue, you learn how to be focused and how to be consistent. That's another thing. Program is okay. And when you see Bitcoin price going back down, allow your emotion to take you over. You go learn how to learn how to keep proper journals and records and so on. And my broker that I use that can give you up to a lot more. Okay. So how is this going to work? You will immediately get access to recorded versions that I did with some of $10,000 to be part of my coaching group. But the best part today is you are not going right now and here on this presentation ever given, okay? So you'll be meeting with me once a week, people, and I will answer. The class holds once a week online, okay? There will also be some sessions for Q&A. Before you buy any crypto assets, you ask me and I will not, rather than just listening to one YouTube video or the other, and a lot more. Well, before I tell you, because even the live itself has a way of reward. So what are the fast action bonus I'm going to give to you today? If you happen to be one of the first in lifetime discount access to all my courses here, witness to this, my software that I sell. So the value of this is actually priceless. 2, you're going to get my signal service where I give you a lot, what to invest in, sell, and so on and so forth. You're going to be getting this for free. Then 3, this exclusively for my students group. So you're going to be getting access to the private group softwares. I just launched this, Easy PCFX, and you're going to be getting access to this as my student. So also an outfit program where you'll be able to make up anyone you refer to our coaching program. So total value of what you get today, if you sign up to only valid today, is actually what? Priceless. And that is, look at the value that you have gotten even alone just today. Testimonial from one of my very good friends. I'm going to skip that. I'm going to skip that because of my time. That signed up today. You're going to be upgraded to platinum membership level inside $7 per month, but yours is going to be free, okay, for life. So invest $5,000 to join my coaching program, which other people have paid before. I tell you, it's going to be a steal. Just one invest, pay all of this. But I'm not going to charge you $5,000 alone. And I mean it today. If you chat me tomorrow, this offer is among the first 10 people that sign up for my coaching and mentoring program today. Get my in that made me who I am today when it comes to first $997. And as I said, this price is only available for destiny helpers. I know you have been praying for God to bring you. God will not come down from heaven to call for you. He will connect you with an information like this, open-minded you are. Okay? The next class starts immediately. You get your user to learn and you begin to ask questions. Okay? So I want 1 hour, but we almost spent 2 hours together. And I believe it has been resource fine. Once again, the price is $997. If you want to sign up today, so you .vip997.info, you get cryptocurrency. And if you want to pay with Zelle, and if you are not in US, let's say you are in Nigeria, Zelle, you can use Cash App. You can use cryptocurrency like Bitcoin. Okay, any of all these. So you just go to VIP997, get that done. Okay, So once again, I just want to answer one or two questions for some of you that have a question. And if you want to contact me, this is my, and don't chat with me and beg me for you to sign up, okay? So please do not do that. And this, thank you so much for your time. And this is Emmanuel Adegola, about question from you guys, and we'll call it a day. So thank you so much. Let me just hang around for the next 5 minutes there about to answer those questions.
Pastor Emmanuel, thank you so much for your time
Yes,
and the expose. We really appreciate. I want to add something to what you have said. Is an eye opener. I must confess. And I know. Presently, blockchain is really, really, really an area we should look at. We should look at or invest in sincerely, because it's a high tech that globally that people are actually looking at, because it has to do with something that it has a lot. It has to do with compliance. It has to do with finance. It has so many things to do.
Yes.
A lot. So investing in blockchain is one of the key things we should also look at outside the cryptos. Then the issue now is the right company to identify that also, that you think that are investing into this blockchain. Do you know any of them?
You're talking about the companies that you can invest in, apart from just the cryptos.
Not in crypto now, just in blockchain.
Yes, there are some companies. Maybe we'll talk one-on-one. There's a cryptocurrency ITF, and there are some companies right now building up. And also remember that the project that I talk about, those three that I first talked about,
yes,
even though it has to do with a cryptocurrency, but remember these are physical companies. In fact, two of them actually have their company operating before introduction of blockchain. And there is still a lot of them that will be coming. Right now, NASDAQ is, I think they are planning to list a blockchain, Bitcoin to NASDAQ. There is a Bitcoin ETF and so on and so forth. So, but there are a lot of also other information that comes to our radar for those that our inner circle definitely we share with them. Does that make sense?
Perfectly makes sense. Then to also advise all of us in the house too, I also want to say something with respect to the Bitcoin you were looking at, because the chart you showed there is likelihood that Bitcoin is going to get to 1 million. There's no doubt about that.
Absolutely.
It's going to get to 1 million per coin, which I'm sure, So, and knowing that Bitcoin is a father of all other alternate coins. So I will also advise those of us that maybe that will be interested in other alternate coins to also look at alternate coins, because Bitcoin now probably might be too expensive to some of us. Look at those alternate coins, because as soon as Bitcoin skyrocket, the alternate coin also follows suit immediately. So within that point in time, you can also make a whole lot of money and get out of the market.
Yep.
In as much as probably some of these coins, they don't have really potential of any backing, maybe any service or any tech attached to them. But as long as they are still in the market presently now, once Bitcoin goes up, just make whatever you want to, because most of them are just like cents, $1 cent, 0.00 point something. You can buy as many as possible you can buy and just stock and keep. As Bitcoin skyrockets, you find out that those alternate coins, they're also going up. And within that period of time, you can just get out of the market and make a whole lot of money too.
Right. Thanks for sharing. Okay, guys. Any other question or contribution before we call it a day?
Thank you for the class. I appreciate it, sir.
You are welcome, Ben. Any other contribution? Let me see our guys on Facebook. Any questions? Okay, I see that was one of my greatest regrets. Where it's not too late. It's not too late. I can see a comment here on Facebook. That was my greatest regret. That's why working in the bank, I never believed in Bitcoin, not until my kid brother in college making a huge amount. Yeah, it's not too late. You can still key to it, Sister Olamide, I guess. Yeah, okay. Who again? I see Mr. Femi Oluwo Kere, my in-law. How are you doing, sir? Okay, any other comment before I call it a day? You want to join our coaching program? you get free access to it. And of course, there are a lot of in-house information that we cannot just share publicly. Like, for example, talking about the Amazon coin. I hope you know Facebook coin is coming. All this, it comes to our radar, okay, before the general, before the public. So when you belong to an inner circle, that is when you get the real juice. Okay. I want to thank you so much for your time, guys. And if you have any questions, just as I've said, my number is 214-440-6099. 214-440-6099. So I want to say thank you guys to as many people that still stay with me to this time. And I will be bringing a lot of other trainings along your line in this area. Just get ready for it, because this is what I've pledged myself to do, and I promise to deliver. Thank you for your time, and I will see you guys at the top.
Thank you, sir. Bye.
You are welcome.